Greetings from Southern California in the gloomy days of May. I am Murphy Daley, project manager, AV veteran, and you are joining us for the AV life.
And I'm your host, Tim Van Wert, coming at you from New Jersey, where it is also gloomy and rainy. And I feel like I'm in Seattle, and you are watching and listening to the AV Life. All right, we're back, folks. It's just myself and Murphy tonight, but that's okay. We've done this before, Murphy. We've got this.
We've
And
had these conversations like this before, and it's been fun.
yeah, we do very well with our bantering and conversations. So, um, not that I'm looking to like jinx us early on, but it's a um. How are you doing, Murphy?
Oh my goodness. You know what? I have had a challenging year after a challenging 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm feeling great. My energy is coming back. I was telling my coworkers that my watch has congratulated me. My Apple Watch congratulated me on having mostly met my sleep goals for the last 2 weeks. I'm like, okay, this is great. That is a fabulous thing, even without cancer treatment. I know many people would appreciate meeting their sleep goals of 7 hours a day or a night, I should say. So I'm feeling good, thinking about the exciting things that I will now have the energy to do.
That's awesome. Yeah, I can attest to that in a way because I am looking forward to having more time on my hands right now. And not no folks, I didn't get let go or anything like that. I have changed roles within the Rutgers University system. I am actually at Rutgers Newark. That's a North Jersey campus, which is a wonderful 20 minutes away from my house. And
Okay, I don't have to know much
mhm,
about New Jersey,
mhm.
which is good because I don't. I kind of know it's over there. But as a person in the LA area, I understand minutes of traffic. That
Mhm.
is a blessing and a glory to
Yes.
have that short of a commute.
Yes. I am 7.5 miles away from campus. So yes, it takes me 20 minutes to go 7.5 miles. But I will take that for now and for until something else, until life's journey tells me otherwise. But this is a wonderful opportunity for the me to join the folks at the academic technology services team. So they're responsible, very similarly to what I was doing down in New Brunswick. They're responsible for the general purpose classrooms that are there. So I'm joining a well established team that's there, and I'm looking forward to providing my insight to them and having more time at home afterwards to be able to tackle the things on the to do list.
N-
So
Now, weren't you saying that this is a little bit different because um, the the expectations of like the users is a little bit different?
yeah, so each campus, between, I will say that's one of the things that has always been a not a struggle and not a concern, but just something that's always kind of not sat well with me about Rutgers is that Newark has their way of doing things, New Brunswick has their way of doing things, and Camden has their way of doing things, and each one of them has their own faculty environment, and they're used to doing things a certain way. So I they're catering to their faculty, which is what they should do. So in the grand scheme of things, everyone's doing their job as they should. Um, but yes, Newark does things a little bit differently there. They don't have an in-house integration team. So I'm bringing additional skills to a team that doesn't necessarily have them right now. They do rely a lot on outside integration companies to do the work that they need to in the classrooms. And um, so yeah, so there's a little bit of a change in that, and I'm going to be using more of my project management skills
Mhm.
than I will my technical skills. And not I have nothing wrong with that at all. I have nothing like against that. So I'm actually looking forward to stretching those muscles as opposed to my physical muscles. So,
well, it's nice to join a different team and expand your skills.
Correct. Yeah. So,
Without what a benefit. That's great.
right. So it's definitely a great opportunity, and I'm definitely looking forward to what this part of my journey is going to bring. So So I've only been in about a week and a half or so, maybe about 2 weeks by the time you hear this recording. So it's I'm getting my feet wet. I'm learning the ropes, whatever little tagline you want to put to it. That's what I'm currently doing right now. It's just a lot of getting up to speed with projects and with how they do things and how we can improve things. There's a lot of projects for me to manage coming up, so I'm looking forward to that, and different projects, which is nice too. So it's not just, okay, we're upgrading this classroom to be exactly the same as the last classroom, so these are some very unique situations too. So
I think you'll have a chance to enhance your talks to the HETMA crowd too.
Yes.
You'll be able to use this knowledge and share it with the other HETMA members as you're going out and sharing.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to being like that SME that can be the integrator, the I use an integrator, plus I know of being an in-house integrator. So I like having those both sides of that knowledge, because I know that's an important important piece of conversation that we consistently seem to have, is that, because we're constantly gaining new members from new universities. So it's almost, there's actually nothing wrong with us revisiting certain topic areas, because we have new folks listening all the time. So yeah. And I'm looking forward to getting my new coworkers involved in HETMA as well. So
right.
fresh blood there to the group. So yeah, and what comes along with HETMA, it comes along with Infocom. So it's and yeah, so that's coming up real fast. I think the countdown is
5 weeks.
Yeah, I think it's like 35 days. I think something like that. Yeah.
Right.
So it's coming up real fast. I am a little nervous about my travel piece though. And some folks know I was actually supposed to be on a panel with the fine folks over at Igloo Vision. They had graciously invited me out to be on a panel down in Houston. And I was supposed to fly out last Monday, and that was the day. And for those who, I don't think it made national news, but it definitely
I actually don't know much about it. Tell me more about it.
So what happened was here in New Jersey, I think about 2 years ago, they switched basically the way that there's main traffic control towers that handle different areas of the country. It used to be that the New York Air Traffic Control Tower handled Newark, JFK, and LaGuardia up this way. Newark had so much traffic coming through it that tower couldn't handle all three airports at the same time. So what had happened was because also there's staff shortages within the FAA, and that's no secret to anybody, or shouldn't be a secret. That's like, that made national news, that there were cuts and people left. And so there's opportunity there where there should be 85% of all vacancies filled. Or like all jobs filled, there's like 35% filled right now. So they are severely understaffed. So but having said that, when they transferred all the aircraft traffic control to Philadelphia. So Philadelphia handles the Philadelphia airport and Newark. What happened on Monday was there was a 90-second outage where the tower couldn't talk to the planes and they couldn't see them. The radar went down and communications went down. That 90 seconds threw off the entire Newark airport system. Specifically United Airlines, because Newark is a hub for United. It was for Continental Airlines back in the day. Like they had Terminal C at Newark Airport, C for Continental, and that was they spent millions of dollars renovating that terminal specifically for Continental. It became the United terminal, and now United's gotten so big that they're now at C and A, which is a brand new terminal in Newark. But so I spent the better part of 10 hours sitting at an airport at Newark Airport waiting to try to get to Houston, which never ended up happening. And I had to back out of the panel, and which I feel
how disappointing.
Yeah, it's a personal, like, internal disappointment, because I was looking forward to being part of that panel, and I've never been to Houston before, and I've heard nothing but great things about that city. I wasn't going to be there long. I was going to be there, I think grand total was like 16 hours. I was going to be in Houston. My flight was going to land like with just enough time. If I really wanted to, I could go see the Houston Astros play, and then I could get like dinner at the ballpark, and then I just go back to the hotel, sleep, get up in the morning, take part in the panel, get back on the plane, and come home. Like, it was going to be just enough time to kind of get to see the city a little bit, just to get the experience. But that didn't happen. So it was a personal letdown for that. And then on top of it being a business letdown, because I let down a partner that was expecting me to be there. And I know it was totally out of my control. Like the folks that I guess maybe I didn't react fast enough, but I can't double guess myself. There was a 5:30 a.m. flight on Tuesday. But by the time, I was like, oh, well, they're just saying it's going to be like an hour or two delay. I'm like, well, I'm not going to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to catch a 5:30 flight to get to Houston. I have the hotel room. I'll just catch the next, this flight. And that flight ended up never happening. So, yeah.
Nobody expected that. Nobody expects the FAA Inquisition.
What a show. I know it's not the same, but the Inquisition always brings me back to History of the World Part 1. That's and the big dance number with Mel Brooks.
they do just seem to overlap.
They always do, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, and I know the folks at Igloo were totally understanding, but as I tend to do, I take a lot of those things to heart. And so I apologize to them immensely. I did get a refund for my airfare and all that stuff, so all that stuff was taken care of. But I lost that opportunity. So now that's got me worried for flying for Infocom.
Right, now you're getting some, you were scarred.
Mm-hmm. I got a little bit of I'm concerned about that. Now, I mean, that's like a month, like we were saying, that's a month from now. Maybe things will be better. Maybe they can hire some people. Onboarding usually doesn't take 30 days. So it might be pushing it. But this, and on top of, and there is one other piece that's on top of this, but it's a minimal impact. One of the runways is being renovated right now at Newark as well. It's actually the largest one at the airport is being renovated. It was renovated last in 2014, so it was due this year to be done. So it's almost like a perfect storm in a way. So there's that too. So I'm so close to just renting a car and just hitting the road for Infocom, and maybe I'll just record my journey and
you're gonna live blog your journey.
Yep.
Look, I'm not in traffic.
Yeah.
I'm moving.
And here's south of the border, everybody. I don't
know what Okay, tell me what do you see? You've driven that before. So what are the sights you're gonna see? You're gonna
Oh well,
see like
so
forest.
here's
You're gonna see
so here's the fun thing
lakes.
about this trip. And I've done this trip many times. My family has driven to Disney.
Mm.
I've driven with my fraternity brothers. Like I've driven with my family, like growing up. So I've done this trip a bunch of times. Um,
Mm.
I if you leave late enough at night, when you get to DC, you can actually
Mm.
drive like through. You could take 95 and actually drive through DC as opposed to taking 495 or 695, which takes you around DC. So if you leave late enough, you could drive through DC
You
and you get
can
to see.
thread the needle.
Yeah, with no traffic. That's the key point. So you could drive through and you get to see all the monuments lit up at night, and that's really cool. I think I'm very much about lighting and all that stuff. Like I really enjoy that. So seeing that at night is really cool. Um there's you get to drive 95. 95 is just basically a straight line down, excuse me, not down the coast, but like inward. So it's like a southern line drawn straight down. So you'll get to go through Richmond, Virginia. You get to go through points in North Carolina and South Carolina, like Fayetteville, which is where one of the army bases is over there. You could turn off for like if you wanted to. There are stops that you could turn off and go to like different. I think Rocky Mount is another spot I think it's in North Carolina. It's a giant mountain and it's like a gray the way the mountain lines up down there. I think it's a national park, but also, at least the last time I went there, they did a big laser light show on the side of the mountain. So like, because it's like flat and gray, so it's almost like a high contrast screen. So
Mm.
it works out quite nicely like that. And you get to come all the way down and through Georgia and through there's a lot of woods when you get down into like the Carolinas and into Georgia. So it's a very wooded path through there, which is nice because it's all trees and everything like that. And then like there's like the water swampy area, the savannas of Georgia, going down that way. So and then you get into Florida and then you see uh actually, excuse me, I skipped over south of the border. And of course, so south of the border is this uh Mexican themed tourist trap is
Oh,
the best way of me putting
I
it.
was like, Mexico doesn't go that far east. You
No,
mean a
no.
place named south of the border?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a play. Yeah, and it's not. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, and the funny thing is about that is that for literally like 200 miles before you get there, 200 to 300 miles before there, you see billboard after billboard after billboard about you're getting closer to south of the border. You're getting X amount, but
Oh.
stop here for fireworks. Stop here to go to the top of the sombrero. Stop here, or this, not stop here, but like you're the X miles away from the sombrero. You're X mile. That's what I meant. Sorry. You don't stop,
Mhm.
but you just keep going. Um, but we actually did stop the last time we drove down, and it's falling apart. The place has been there for decades. Like it's at one point I'm sure it was quite the tourist destination, but now it's a rundown landmark. So um
Now it's a memory of itself.
pretty much, yeah.
Mm.
So and then you get into Florida, and then you start to you get Buc-ee's after
I've never
after
been to
that.
Buc-ee's.
Those are an impressive convenience store. And
I've
I
heard
say
about it.
convenience store because I don't want to call it a supermarket because it's not that. It's like a mega convenience store. It's probably the best way of putting it. It's like a Wawa on steroids or a Sheets on steroids, or I don't know what California has, like for
None of
7-Eleven.
those.
I don't know.
7-Eleven, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, like
We
that.
have
Like
those.
they have gas. It's
Or
the
AM PM.
a.m. p.m. Okay, so like that, yeah, like they have like food and snacks and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah. What is our big thing? We have sometimes truck stop. What is that? There's a truck stop that's got like a ton of stuff going on. I forget. It's called like Pilot. I forget.
Pilot's one of them. Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, all right. So yes, it's like a pilot on steroids. Not the flying pilot, the convenience store pilot. I mean, if a pilot wanted to be on steroids, he could, I guess. I don't know. But
Wait,
anyway,
what? No,
no.
stay off drugs.
um, but anyway, so yeah, so that's what Bucky's is. There's gas. There's the convenience
The
store. They
Flying
have a
J. That's what it is.
Flying J. There you go.
That's
Yeah,
what it is.
that's
Yeah.
yeah, it is. So yeah, there's and you do pass some of those on 95 as well. So there are Flying J's and pilots.
I wonder if Bucky's being in the region makes the Flying J have to up its game even more.
That's an interesting thing. I don't know. That would be a research.
The Flying J is pretty big, but it doesn't seem to. I mean, it's usually got like a kind of a diner area, and it's got like weird, like, I don't know, rolling hot dogs on the thing, and the food, a lot of food, and a like maybe they even have showers.
Yeah, I don't think Bucky's has the showers. I think that might be
the trucks.
That so yeah, because I think that like Flying J and them, they cater to the trucker, and I'm sure the showers come in handy for them.
Right.
So, whereas Bucky's is leaning more towards the casual traveler.
Casual family,
yeah, or the road warrior, maybe more.
Maybe. So back to the original idea. You know how to drive down there.
Yep.
You know the road. You know what it's about. You've done it before, and it doesn't seem scary. It seems fairly pleasant.
Yep.
So the only thing then is it takes more time.
It takes more time.
Theoretically, a plane can get you there very fast. But if you were to take the drive, you would have to use more of the hours. Like, you're like, if you leave late at night, how are you about not sleeping? I really like sleeping. I don't know how you feel about it.
I do too. That's the trade-off. It really is. Like I haven't done the overnight drive thing in 6 years.
Okay, I was gonna say since you've been a grown up, but no, you've been a grown up.
I've been a grown, yeah, okay. Yeah. But I traded off with my father-in-law. The last time I did it, I drove the I think we left at like 9 o'clock at night, and I think I did 9 to 7 a.m. or something like that.
You were hot bunking the driver's seat.
Right, and then we switched at sunrise, which was like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
I tried to sleep. I didn't sleep, and here's why. I was so because I had a car full of people. We got a large vehicle, and it was myself. It was my wife. It was her mom and dad. It was her sister and her, at the time, soon to be husband. Oh wait, no. Oh no. It was same group. And it was my son. That was the last time we did it. So he was an infant. So like I was all like worried about like staying awake and all that stuff. So I had like my soda and things like that, and I also had dark chocolate covered espresso beans, and that was my mistake. They were delicious, but I was so hopped up on caffeine, I actually had the shakes and I had nausea in the morning. I overdid it.
Whoops.
And so, and then I was like, that was it for me. Like that, like I after that, I was like, I'm not doing it anymore. Like we were at breakfast at like Cracker Barrel, maybe, I think it was. I like, it was such a blur to me. And I was just like there, like kind of like shaking a little bit. I had my hoodie on because I felt cold. Like I just
wow.
I was
okay,
really,
all right.
Yeah, I was really not.
Okay, this is under the con side of
Correct.
driving. Maybe you
So
won't do this.
no, so I won't do the overnight anymore. And
Okay.
we don't do that. I have not since then. I said I don't want to do that anymore. So we get the hotel room. We basically try to do about 8 and 8, 8 hours and 8 hours because this is a 16-hour ride. So or like 10 and 6 or whatever, some mix and match of that.
Hmm.
So yeah, I rather spend, $100 on a hotel room for one night
Right.
to get up and
And
go
then
to the
not
next
do it.
day. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems valid.
So,
Well, okay.
but yes, I feel very comfortable with that drive. That is,
Uh-huh.
that doesn't phase me. It doesn't scare me. Like it's just sitting in a car listening to, and I usually have a really long playlist set up,
Hmm.
specifically for that fact is that I just let the music play. I don't have to worry about repeats, and
I could see that.
yeah.
Well, all right. I I don't have any driving vacations planned this summer, but I
Mhm.
have quite a few, not even the summer, the whole year. I have quite a few travel things that I hope the FAA doesn't mess up.
Mhm.
We are going to, I have my exciting, oh no, I guess I will be driving to that. I'll be driving to Vegas
Oh,
with my daughter in June
okay.
to see Weird Al in concert.
Oh yes, the Weird Al
We
concert.
discussed
Correct.
this before. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
That's in June after school is done. So that's going to be her first real rock and roll concert.
Cool.
So this will be good. Um, she is a Gen Z, suspicious of leaving her bedroom person sometimes.
Mhm.
But this will be a really great, not intimidating show. And then we have the excitement of going to Annapolis at the end of the month in June.
Mhm.
She has a week long college tasting menu um, trip
Huh.
at a college there called
Okay.
St. John's. St. John's,
Uh-huh.
right? And then we've got at the end of July we're going to go to Germany.
Ooh.
This is a big deal. My daughter is learning German in college, and we're like, we better do this now, or it didn't work out for her to be in the exchange program. So like, let's do it. I like, besides it sounded expensive. I'm like, I want to go. We're not going to spend a bunch of money just for her to go. We should all go. So we managed to do that. So this is going to be our trips.
Nice. I've
And
always
let's
wanted to
hope.
go. Yeah, I've always wanted to go to Germany.
Mm,
That's on the travel list.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever learned any of the language?
No, I have not. I took 2 years of Spanish in high school
Oh.
because the state of New Jersey says I have to.
Not Spanish, but a language, and that was the one you landed
Well,
on.
yes, of the language, yes, and my high school provided Spanish, Italian, and French were the three that they had.
Wow.
So I didn't. Germany. German wasn't on the menu. So
she speaks German to the pets mostly,
Hmm.
but also to us sometimes when she wants to have her secret language that we don't know.
Okay.
Although I think I know the word for I'm sorry or it's my fault, which I think is Schuldigung, if I'm remembering it properly. Everyone who's listening to this can tell me how I said it wrong. Thank you. But that's not that's what she's been practicing a lot of German, and we should reward that. And also I will enjoy getting a chance to go see. We actually have a friend who is German, born and raised, and he lives near Cologne, so he'll be giving us a tour. That'll be cool.
That's cool.
Yes, and I imagine it will smell nice
Mm-hmm.
in Cologne.
It does quite possibly, yes.
Yes, it's famous for that. So we'll be doing that.
Cool.
Oh my goodness, we've been just going on and on and on and chatting.
I know it's been 30 minutes almost. See, we do so well, Murphy.
I think so too. It's been a while since I've been able to join you.
Well,
and here we are.
Yeah, there's a lot
catching
to
up.
catch. There's a lot to catch up on. So,
Right.
well, you know what? Before we go any deeper, you had a PM minute ready for us here. So let's get into that, and then we'll see what other paths that leads us down.
I gave myself an unintentional segue.
Mm,
When doing a project or working with a group of stakeholders or any type of people that um, you're organizing and bringing together, as one does as a project manager, it's really important to pay attention to how they speak. Going to another country, they might very well speak another language altogether. But even aside from that, learning the language of this new group of people,
mhm,
perhaps they have specialties and they refer to things with their own vocabulary, and they have a specialty set of things that they refer to that are unfamiliar to me. It's important to me as the project manager to learn what they communicate, how they understand the world. I just got here. It's not for me to tell them how to change and try to make them learn something that is learn a terminology that I think should be made. It's up to me to learn their language and speak the words that they best understand. So I
mm.
have to cock my ear and listen to what makes sense to them so that we can communicate quickly and I communicate with the broad group of people, with the whole team.
See, and that's great because I'm actually going through a very similar thing with Rutgers Newark right now.
Mm.
We had a meeting today, a staff meeting, and I haven't even had a chance to talk to my boss about this yet, but there were a whole new set of acronyms that
Mm.
I did not know
The
about.
language of acronym.
Yes. And like it is a whole nother language because they were like, oh, well, there's what was the office of what was that?
All right.
Oh no, not OAR. Man, what was that? Office of it, so it was like something like that. It was like oars or something like that. And I was like, what does that mean? Like I had to like Google search it like to see what it was. And it was like the Office of Academic Research, like like and like I couldn't like I didn't know what it was. So I have to actually sit down and get like a lesson in the acronyms of what's happening so I could talk to everybody the way that they talk to each other already. And some of
Mm.
the stuff that I'm familiar with from my old job don't necessarily translate here either. So it's yeah.
It's real.
And that's within the same like basic organization. I'm putting up air quotes to it because like Rutgers is the whole system is a university, but it's almost like you got different dialects at each campus. So
It's true. People get in their own little groove and, they understand one another. And if you don't understand, well, you better hurry up and catch up.
right. Oh, see now I lost. See now I lost it. Now I'll have to go look at my history and figure out what the name of that. Oh, there is SOAR. That's it. Scholarly Open Access at Rutgers. SOAR. SOAR.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, I had no idea. So, yeah, there's a language to be had there. So, and now I gotta speak the language of the integrator. That's the
That
other one.
too. That
Yep.
too. Bilingual.
I am now the end user.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the integrator. I'm the end user.
Man.
So I have to. But the nice thing is though is that I already basically do speak the language of the integrator because I was that. So I already have it. I already have that language in hand pretty well.
It's true.
Hmm.
Well,
So,
mm,
uh, so that's a good one, Murphy. Thank you. We have missed those.
whew, yeah,
Uh,
it's good. It's good
um,
to be back and just talk the regular shop
mhm.
and share our stories of what we're trying to do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny actually. When we were starting this recording, I was like, "Oh, I'm going to call this like the reset," because I was thinking about it in a way that it, leading up to the Houston thing, the Newark Airport Houston trip,
The
I was
disappointment.
I was really getting like myself back into things. Like I was excited to be on the panel, and I was excited to be traveling, and I was going to more HETMA meetings. We were kind of I was getting, and then trying to get the AV life back rolling a little bit more. And I have that in my brain now. Like I'm ready to like really kind of push on this a little bit more. And in a personal world, I'm I'm getting myself back to that reset, and I'm getting myself like from a career standpoint, I'm in a reset right now. So like that's kind of where my brain was going. And I think this is like, and having this conversation today too, Murphy, this was a nice reset to get things reinvigorated back for me to get things out there.
Right. I appreciate that. You were onto something when you had that thought.
Yeah, and it's like, let me just tie this all back together so now people understand, like when they see the title of the episode, this is why. It's like, this is why, this is the thought process for this. I probably should have led with that in the beginning, but now it's the payoff. You've made it this far into the episode. This is why.
Right. That's right.
So but yeah, so it's kind of this is an exciting time of year. I think every year at this time it's exciting because we've got Infocom coming up. NW Met just finished, which is like the Northwest education conference. Like they just had that just happened. I mean, all of our manufacturer friends from the podcast are out traveling right now.
Oh boy,
so,
are they? Yeah.
Nancy's enjoying a Disney cruise. Renee is doing she's actually doing a full higher ed run this week. So she's out. Yeah, she's out with all them. And, and James is doing his soccer thing. He's making his waves in Vegas, both at work and on the field. Oh, the pitch. Excuse me, the pitch.
Is that what it's called? The pitch?
The soccer pitch.
Okay.
Yeah, the soccer pitch. If for our friends from across the pond, they would appreciate that I called it the pitch and not just a field. So
and Joe
doing his Joe things. So
exactly.
Yeah, who knows where he is? Although he was just in the Maldives, so he was out enjoying a vacation out there. So he's hitting the ground running with HETMA, getting things ready for that. And I'm sure UCLA, like they announced that they're doing a whole big transition thing, and they just renamed their whole team, and so UCLA's got a whole bunch of good things going on right now too. So it's we're all just running around.
It's a lot.
Yeah. And I know you've been you were just saying before we started recording that your job you were waiting for the project to kick off a little bit.
Yes. It's a slower pace to work in local government than in large. What are they called? Corporate business IT departments, which is what I'm used to being in.
Right.
Like, oh, we go slow and we wait. Okay.
It's like, oh, we'll get to that project when we get to it.
Well, it's not even exactly that. It does seem to be there's a lot of work to get to the part where we do the work. We have to fill this out, and we have to check with this person. We got to double check this, and there's like these layers of regulations that are shifting sand a bit. Like, okay, well, we make the initial request, and we think it's going to be this, and it turns out that because the request it turns out to be bigger than we thought, then we have to go back and make it a bid process where we have to ask 3 different people and they all have to respond with a certain time, but we can't ask for it quickly. That can't be truncated. And so but maybe it can. And then something else, personnel changed. And then here we are. We wouldn't let that stop us in business. But then again, that's It's different.
Mm-hmm.
It's different.
Well, that's yeah. So hopefully the wheels start spinning a little
I'm
bit more
learning a
for you.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's ultimately like, with any career move or things like that, you hope you learn something new for one reason
It's
or
true.
another.
It's true. Yeah. And I'm learning a lot about utilities, which I had no idea. There's a whole set of things I didn't know, and now I'm learning that there's still a whole set of things I didn't know, but I'm learning a little bit more about what I don't know.
Oh yeah, I
Like,
remember
I'm
you
trying to
saying.
educate myself. I'm like, well, there's a huge part I don't know, but I'm still like, I learned a little hem of it.
Yeah, I remember you saying in the one episode, like we were talking about like AV math, and you were learning the fluid
Water
math,
math, yes.
the water math.
Water
It's like,
math, yes.
so yeah,
Today I was learning about filtration.
filtration. All right.
Yes,
I
and
feel like I did that in physics. I feel like that's like a
did
physics
you?
class type thing.
Okay, I never took that side of it, but like, hey, we have to make sure to have the right sort of filtering to get the right size particles. There's a thing called a particle counter, which I still am just learning about, and you got to put that in the water to make sure that crap doesn't get in the water.
Yeah, no crap in the water.
No, no, no. Water has to be clean
Mm-hmm.
and properly disinfected, and it's handled very carefully.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, because especially if it's going back out into the world, then it's got to be right.
Right, it comes from like the streams and the
Oh, so yeah,
mountains.
before it actually gets to the people, yes.
Right, and then you're like, okay, make sure that it's, that we test it before it goes out into the people and people consume it or
Okay,
bathe
that
in
part
it.
of that
Yeah,
part of the filtration, yeah.
you don't want it to get out there and have like little bugs in it to make
Yeah,
people sick.
no.
No, 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 no.
No extra protein.
Yes. So, and there's a whole world that I didn't know, and I'm learning more about.
Cool.
Right. Oh my goodness.
All right, well, I think actually that covers it. Yeah, and look at that, 42 minutes. We spent a lot of time talking about me and my travels.
But maybe others might
Yeah.
consider whether they're going to drive. It's weird for me to hear you talk about, I drive about discussing driving across what, 3 states? I'm like, no, 6, maybe more
Let's
than
see.
that.
Jersey, Maryland for a hot second. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, no. Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida. No, Georgia, Florida. 8.
The East Coast,
Well,
there's only 3
it's
states on the West Coast.
right.
And why leave California?
Well, that's the thing. It's funny, like,
So like,
talking about travel a little bit, like people like
yeah.
wonder, like people from Europe like wonder why more Americans don't have their passport. It's like, well,
Like, why?
we don't need it. Like
We just had to get our passports for Germany, so
oh yeah.
they're on their way.
So, and I had one when I went to Italy, but that was in 1998. That was 27 years ago. Like
Wow.
it's long since expired,
Mm.
and I never renewed it. So, it's
Right.
but yeah, why I don't have any. The fact that now we also need the
real
the real
ID.
ID for flight, which now, yeah, tomorrow.
I don't know. I don't want to get a real ID. I'm suspicious of it. So I want to have my passport and
I think
because
I think the passport supersedes the real ID, so I don't think you would
right.
need to. I don't think you need to worry about that. So for me, who's not planning on doing any international travel, I'm just okay with the real ID.
Fine.
So
You're
yeah.
fine with the real ID, driver's license, and
Yep.
the Epcot Center.
Exactly.
Your world travel experience.
I could drink around the world in one afternoon and I'm fine.
That's right. That'll do it for you.
I'm hoping I can get a contingency together to go do that at Epcot one night at Infocom. We'll see. I did myself, Josh Kaufman and Annie from Hetma all went to Disney Springs 2 years ago, and we went to the Indiana Jones themed bar that was there. So
Fun.
yeah. Well, it was one of those opportunities. I think it was a Wednesday night. I think it was like middle of the week. There really wasn't anything going on. So we were like, let's just go. So we got an Uber and we went over there. I think it was like a 15, 20-minute ride. Like, it wasn't that bad. And yeah. And I got to come home with a couple of excuse me, Disney souvenirs for my family. So that was a nice little, because we are Disney. Nancy really, I thought I was a big Disney person, but Nancy really puts me to shame in a way.
There's always somebody that's more Disney fan than it's very, very hard to be the most.
So yeah, so I'm looking forward to hopefully getting to do that again this next time. Just take a ride over and do a little Disney Springs shopping. So
you heard it here, people. Join the posse.
Yeah, the AV Life outing to Disney Springs. There you go. I don't know what night yet. Yeah, maybe it will be. Maybe it will be Wednesday night. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it,
nights are there? Okay.
Here you're hearing it now, folks. This is the quality content you signed up for. I'm going to my calendar right now as we speak. Oh, maybe not. Nope, that's the shoot. That's the maybe it'll be Thursday night. Because Wednesday night is the Midwich party at Howl at the Moon.
Hard to miss.
So that is yes. And 2 years ago when that happened there, that was a phenomenal night. It's a piano bar. They had dueling pianos. You could pay the players to play the song, and they would write messages up on the glass board. It was such a great night. It really was. So yeah, that's the Midwich party is usually a break, which used to be the Starin party. So it's now the Midwich party.
Right.
So, and then AV Roki on Tuesday night at O'Shucks, as it has been for years. So yeah, I think maybe it'll be Thursday night. Maybe Thursday night we could make a trip down to Disney Springs. So yeah, if anyone wants to reach out, and maybe we get a small group down there. So all right. So yeah, more to talk about with Infocom as we get closer, and because there's the higher ed, there's the education summit that's on Monday and Tuesday as well. So that's always a great time. And HETMA will have our booth on the floor. Camp HETMA coming at you. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And then the Higher Ed EV Awards on Monday night, hosted by myself and Joe Way, as always.
That's a good time.
Yep. So you come and see. I'm excited, not just for the crazy jacket that I'm going to pick out for this year, but so part of what since we're talking about Camp HETMA, and I think I might have mentioned just on the podcast before, and I'm getting totally off topic right before we're about to close out, but I am a camp person originally. When I was 15 years old, my first real job was a camp counselor. I had my working papers. I was a camp counselor at the local YMCA camp. I learned a lot that year in working with kids, talking to adults, especially for those who are older than me. And then past a few years and a couple career changes after that, I ended up coming and running a YMCA camp. So I those times at camp,
deep camp culture.
And it prepared me. That was the thing. I think that was probably one of the best career choices, aside from where I am right now.
Wow.
Running camp and being involved in camp was probably one of the best career choices I've made. And I can talk more we'll talk about that more in another episode.
I didn't realize that, Tim. I kind of had half an inkling, but that's a lot of information I didn't know.
Yeah. So we could totally go down that road another day. And I plan on going into it when we have the Higher Ed AV Awards. I got a little slideshow presentation and everything ready to go. So, and some old pictures of Tim as counselor and camp director Tim. So
Fun times.
yeah, so it's
Wow.
gonna be a lot of fun. And obviously with all whatever anecdotes that Joe brings to the table, and we'll be we're gonna have another episode because I'm bringing the Hall of Fame members here on the show. So you're gonna have the Higher Ed AV Hall of Fame members come on here. We'll get them in here. I'm not gonna say who it is. I know we've announced it, but I'm not gonna say who. So you'll just have to come back and check. So
much to see.
higheredav.com for all that information. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and all your favorite podcast streaming services for here the AV life. So Murphy, thank you. It's a pleasure as always. It really is.
Thank you, Tim. This is great.
We hold down the coasts by ourselves, so it's fine. There's balance. There's balance to the country.
In the universe.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you. Have a great night, Murphy. And to all of our listeners out there, thank you so very much. And as always, until our next adventure.